Today I'm showing you the gold survival speedrun. Gonna be showing you the best way to set up the hunter, as well as the ideal posting spot vantage point for every map. Just gonna show you the final wave so you can see the runtime just as being the only hunter in the game. This run should come in at about 30 minutes. You can do this as quickly as 25 minutes with 3 min-max maxed hunters. I didn't hit the camp as fast as I would have liked. That's all good. No, he will not fall. Lay down.
That was rough.
Rough? I don't know what you're talking about. That was a cakewalk. So, see what the time was. 30 minutes. As you can see, basically, you can solo this, actually. 3 hunters, though, and 1 Ronin is the ideal setup to do this. And I will get right into the best perks, weapons, gear, all that, as well as the best vantage point for each of the survival maps. Just want to note real quick, I did say this run can be done in as little as 25 minutes, but that does require 3 high-level, high-card, useful perk hunters to completely annihilate spawn points. If you're running with a group and your group has just like okay hunters, you can still easily do 40 minutes or less. But you're probably not going to be hitting 25 minutes because that requires completely shredding spawn points. Basically 3 arrows and they're dead. So like I shoot 3 arrows at a spawn point, like 6 or 7 in the 20s. But if you have 3 hunters, that's 1 arrow per hunter. Just shoot it at one point, hit the next one. As soon as they're spawning in, they're instantly dead. But let's get into the build. So, for your techniques, obviously, you're going to be running explosive arrow. If you don't have that yet, then you'd be just running stun arrow. You still do damage. You can still level up your hunter to get to the point of explosive arrow. We're going to be running decreased class ability cooldown for almost no reason besides the case we do get hit. We're more likely to have our ability ready to go and reset the glitch. By the way, I will post the link of how to do this glitch in pinned comment and the description. Also going to be running status damage and status effects increased by 25% because explosions does cause fire damage, so we're increasing that fire damage. Don't need either of these two. What we really want is a second legendary, so we can have a second gear that has max perks. Now the melee damage obviously is irrelevant. What we're looking for is Oni damage, range damage, headshot damage is pretty much irrelevant, except when you do occasionally lose your ability and you use your ultimate, you're doing more damage on that. But the main point right here is you do want either a half bow if you don't already have the weightless spirit, and if you have the weightless spirit, you want the weightless spirit because you can just click R2 fire really quickly, and the arrow is always going to be landing where your cursor is at. There's no, you don't have to worry about draw speed or anything like that. As you saw in that last wave, I just spammed firing the arrow, and that's why this bow is ideal. Definitely don't take the longbow with her if you have a longbow because the draw is a lot longer, and this glitch actually spams your ability. The game registers every shot as an ability shot, so you don't want any draw. If you are using a standard half bow, you can spam it as well. Just aim slightly above where your target is at, And once you got it down where it's going to land, you're good to go. So the main thing that we're looking for is hunter ability radius. You want that at least like 80% plus, ideally, but anything is good. Range damage is the other one. Fire Master, definitely. These two don't really even matter, but you might as well put the healing guard on, or gourd on. Damage reduction and strong brew for sure, just in case you do take that arrow or shift coming at you at the end of the wave or whenever. You can cancel out your ability, pop a heal, and then reset into your ability. And now I'll be showing you the vantage point for every map. Obviously, that spot that I was just at on top of the cliff. I'll actually show you how to get to that one too, two different ways. I'll show you how to get to all the vantage points real quick. So a lot of you already have the weightless bow or will be getting it soon after a few games of doing this. I'm going to be showing the ideal spots to shoot with the weightless bow. You're going to have to adjust this a little bit. So you can spam right between these rocks deep into the spawn and you'll hit that spawn. Occasionally, depending on the level of your hunter, you'll have to shoot a little bit over here when they come through. You have the beach right here. You have the boat if they do get into the boat. And when you're spawn killing them, you want to shoot right here. If you can catch it right at the beginning of the spawn as they're coming in. And then just slowly adjust the line. And obviously, for this spawn point, you're hitting right here. So let's go back up. And we do want this side. I mean, it's good for spawn killing them. Right now they're a little aggroed over here. So if you do get arrows, this is one of the hardest maps to do. But if you do get somebody firing at you while you're shooting, just strafe back left and right and you'll dodge most of them. But you can hit this spawn, well you can't really hit this spawn point, the only downside is the stable. But you can hit as soon as they come up to the capture point, as well as hit them when they're coming onto the ridge. You have this spawn point right here, this spawn point back here. You have them all, besides the one in the back of the stable. You can hit every capture point. Oh, that was a horrible shot, but you can hit every capture point. Definitely the best vantage spot on this map. So ideally for the Shadows of War, you would want 3 hunters, and you could either post 1 outside at each spawn point if you want to go really fast and just straight spawn kill them. Now you will need hunters that can annihilate every wave and not have them come up to you, because if they start throwing arrows and one gets knocked back, then another one has to go and revive them, and you're going to have a little bit of a problem. The safer spot is just to kill them closer when they come to the capture points, and 1 take each tower. These 2 towers can both hit barracks and dojo, and obviously you should have your strongest hunter over here who can handle stables every time without a problem. If you happen to be playing like just solo or the only hunter in the group, then you might want to take a spot more in the middle. Right here we actually can hit all 3, but this spot obviously is a little risky. You're gonna have to know which way the enemies are coming at every point in time. But this spot actually right here can hit all 3. Ideally though, you do want 3 hunters and either straight spawn killing them or taking the towers. And last but not least, we have what I initially showed you. I don't know if you caught exactly where I was. Is Blood in the Snow, and I'm gonna show you the 2 ways to get up. So right at the spawn, you can just climb up top this house and just simply walk around. The spot you want is basically directly south of Outpost. This way you can quick turn and you'll be hitting right about here. You can go deeper, move it down depending how they come in. You're going to have to move a little bit while aiming to go hit the mines. Then you can just turn to Outpost. This spot is incredibly easy. So if you do happen to end up on the other side of the map and you're trying to climb up, there is a ladder right here. So what you're going to do is just going to show you real quickly the spot. You know, spend a minute looking on how to climb up. If I can climb up this ladder. So to get up here, we're going to jump here, come around, and you can actually jump on this rock right here, and then jump up and walk around. And that is how the best vantage spots and gear setup for the survival speedrun. I've done basically 25 minutes with 3 hunters. So yeah, you can do gold survival in 25 minutes for 230 honor on quick play. Plus the card, so you're probably getting about 300 honor in 25 to 35 minutes, depending on the level of your hunters. I hope that helps.